Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Riley. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. This offense has it with really good field position. On the run, it's Davidson. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Reynolds. They're all over him. Out wide left, it's Johnson. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, a great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And, David, you know, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB, and you're bringing extra guys, but sometimes that comes at a sacrifice. And you can see he got the matchup he wanted, took advantage of it, didn't get flustered. That was the biggest thing. Like most QBs, sometimes when that blitz comes, they'll get flustered really quickly and make a bad decision. He stayed calm, made the right read, made the right decision.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Finding space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Boise St, 0.
He brought that thing out of the end zone with the idea of making a play, but he wasn't even able to get back to the 25-yard line. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or
trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. He's past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Riley. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Looking for a gap. It's Riley. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Keeps it himself. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Moves the pocket. It's Madsen. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Might as well give it to him again. Maybe some room here. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they capitalize not only on... Pick got the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. I can't say I've seen this strategy before, but they're showing punt on first down. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it down the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's gone. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the play. Sets his feet. It's Madsen. Rushes on. And it's a sack.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Fresh center downs going to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. Under pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football.
Snags it, and he's open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Riley. Got a man, it's Madsen. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Riley. And the wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Makes a grab and room to run. Got enough space. Touchdown, Boise State. Into the end zone for 6. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on first down from the 30. They'll give it to Johnson. Nowhere to go.
Man, that D-tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Caught in the backfield. It's Wesco. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Brown. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Still running at the 40. All kinds of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
And really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all to the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Got a first down. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Out wide right, it's Ford. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Drops back, it's Madsen. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Boise St. 7.
He'll bring it out. It's gone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Trying to get the corner. There he goes. Got the first down. The 50. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Riley. Here's a little room there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. The pitch. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah taking on the Colorado Buffaloes.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They give it back to him. Breaks into the open. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Looking for room. It's Riley. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Right side, it's Riley. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And they'll down this ball just a little shy of the 50.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And, hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
Straight ahead, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
There's no substitute for experience, and the QB did the right thing there. 3rd and short, in field goal range. Can't take a negative play, can't turn it over. Just throw it away. Now, if you want to kick a field goal, you've got that opportunity.
Just drives it between the uprights. Wait a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Goff. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The give to the back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Broncos looking to convert on 4th down. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. Makes a move.
And that's got to be a big-time break, because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
Turning it on. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Tackle is made at the 37-yard line. And that's a first down.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking outside, it's Johnson. This time they stop him behind. Of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Boise State ready to send out that offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeps it himself. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Follows his blocks. It's Riley. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll pull it down. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, and the defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up 3rd and long, but because they couldn't do that, they let him spring free. It's now 3rd and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll give it to him again. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Running inside. It's Gaines. Breaks the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
A designed run for the quarterback. There he goes. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, the running back has it.
Yeah, and another good run. What's new, though? I mean, this dude, 150 on the dot. That is a great day at the office. He's been really, really good all game long, and it's no secret why they continue to feature this guy in the ground game.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He's going for the goal line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking for space. It's Haynes. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
To the back. Here's some daylight. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the 4th quarter. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot